Hi Sagittarius, this is Tisch Aitken, and this is your monthly report for the month of November. We are dealing with a very challenging year of restructuring, and for you, this uncharted tale of the Capricorn story of collapsing of old structures, reconstruction and repair has been in your house of income and what you value and your house of possessions. And we're almost done with that story, but it's been working within very confining situations and circumstances and knowing what's working and what's not. And that's very Saturn and making us work hard within constrictions. So we begin the month with Mercury and Mars retrograde. So on November 1st, Mercury is retrograde in the sign of Libra, and it's transiting in your house of friends and groups and community. And for you, most likely people from the past have resurfaced, whether it's old friends or acquaintances. Mercury initially retrograded in Scorpio on October 13th in your house of subconscious mind and the house of imagination and dreams. So imagine, old thoughts of the past, and then when it re-entered your house of friends and groups on October 27th, a lot of reconnecting. So Mercury square Saturn is not a fun aspect. It's definitely more the glass half empty, but again, making you aware of what's working and what's not. Then Mercury stations direct on November 3rd at 25 degrees and 54 minutes of Libra. Then it squares Saturn again on the 6th. Again, that reality check, what's working, what's not. And realistically, knowing that we're all going to have to deal with delays in the beginning of November with Mercury just stationing direct. Mars will be retrograde for the first part, and Mercury squaring Saturn twice. So, just knowing that, working hard within that energy. Then on the 9th of November, Venus, which is in the sign of Libra, in its rulership in your house of friends and groups, forms an opposition to Mars in Aries. Mars has been in Aries since June 27th, and it's been transiting in your house of romance and creativity and self-expression since that time. It's been retrograde since September 9th, so it's an excellent opportunity for reconnecting to your creativity and finding ways to really immerse yourself in that. But that energy of Venus opposite Mars can be sexy and fiery, but can be a little bit difficult too. But later that night on the 9th or early on the 10th, depending on what time zone you're in, the Sun in Scorpio in your house of the imagination forms a beautiful trine to Neptune in Pisces, and that's really very manifesting energy. And Neptune's transiting in your house of home and family, and so that's a very beautiful energy for manifesting. And that day on the 10th, Mercury re-enters Scorpio, where it'll transit until December 1st. So that's again in your 12th house of the subconscious and doing manifesting work. You're ruled by Jupiter, so you are the master manifester, and we all need to manifest during this difficult time. And on the 12th of November, we have a really lucky aspect, which will be helpful. Jupiter is going to meet up with Pluto, the planet of transformation. Jupiter is the planet of good fortune and is the ruler of your chart and your sign, but it is currently in its fall position in Capricorn, so it's not as powerful as when it's in your sign. But nonetheless, Jupiter and Pluto bring a very healing and transformative energy to them, and they've met up two other times this year, on April 4th and June 30th at 24 degrees of Capricorn. This time meeting up directly at 22 degrees of Capricorn, directly triggering that historical Saturn-Pluto conjunction on January 12th that changed the world. This could help to bring healing and transformative energy with it. It's excellent for partnering with people financially. It's excellent for doing healing work and really delving into the wounds to heal. So beautiful, powerful energy. And on the 13th of November, Mars, which has been retrograde since the 9th of September, stations direct at 15 degrees and 14 minutes of Aries, and it's transiting in your house of romance and creativity and self-expression. So that's good news. You finally get it direct, and it will be transiting in this sector of your chart and in the sign of Aries until January 6th. So you have more time to explore your inner muse and to have some fun and romance, in this tough time, and hopefully have some joy. I mean, we all need to have joy, no matter what, and find happiness in little things. And then we have on the 15th of November, there is a new moon in Scorpio that occurs at 23 degrees of Scorpio, and that's in your house of dreams. It's a difficult new moon because it's in its fall position. And it's also on that day, Venus squares Pluto, which could be triangles and power struggles and breakups. But new moons are always an excellent time for setting intentions. And for you, it is in the house of imagination. And really, to manifest, you have to believe it's true. So definitely set intentions of what you want to heal, your financial goals, all Scorpio type themes. Joint resources, wounds, healing, all of that. Healing, not the wounds, but the healing. And then on the 17th of November, Mercury in Scorpio forms an opposition to Uranus and Taurus. And Uranus is transiting in your house of work and habits. So there could be unexpected situations at work. It could be unexpected news, a little bit chaotic. It could be brilliant energy too. On the 19th of November, Venus, which is in Libra, squares Saturn in Capricorn, and that's again glass half empty type energy. It's not excellent for partnering. It is good for getting hard work done. And then on the 20th of November, Mercury clears its shadow, meaning that it clears the degree at which it retrograded on October 13th. So that helps us to move ahead even more effectively. On the 21st of November, it marks the beginning of your birthday season, and the sun enters Sagittarius, where it will be until December 21st, so it'll be your birthday season. And on that day, Venus exits the sign of Libra and enters the sign of Scorpio, where it will transit until December 15th, and that's in your house of imagination. So again, it's very creative placement, very, very compassionate too, transiting in the 12th house, and good for doing spiritual work. And then on the 27th of November, transiting Venus forms an opposition to Uranus, and that can be a breakup energy. That could be meeting people unexpectedly. Realistically, it's stuff at work because Uranus is transiting in your house of work and daily routine. And then on the 28th of November, Neptune stations direct at 18 degrees of Pisces, and that's in your house of home and family and emotional foundation. And often when Neptune stations, secrets get uncovered, especially because Mercury is transiting in Scorpio too, and it can be very emotional. Neptune's very sensitive. It rules the sign of Pisces, and it's transiting in Pisces. And it's 2 days before a lunar eclipse that takes place on November 30th at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time at 8 degrees and 38 minutes of Gemini. And this lunar eclipse falls in your house of relationships. So that could bring fruition to partnerships that you've been working on. It can bring completion to relationships. Expect the unexpected with eclipses, but it is 1 degree from the world axis, which means that it packs more of a powerful punch, but it doesn't have particularly difficult aspects. I mean, Neptune does square the nodes of fate, which could be very karmic connections perhaps, or fated ones. And again, deception could be uncovered, can be very spiritual as well, and powerful time nonetheless. So I wish you guys a lot of luck, and we're almost done with the time of Capricorn. So take care, and thanks a lot.